The man accused of allowing imposter police officers to work in Nashville testified today. It all played out in the second day of a state hearing that could result in the suspension of his company's license, Marius.
Our thin, blurred line reporting first exposed how the security company Solaren was allowing its civilian employees to wear police uniforms and other identification. Our chief investigator, Jeremy Finley, is live at the hearing in downtown Nashville. Jeremy, the state did not hold back today on their criticisms of Solaren.
Yeah, they did not, Marius. And Jack Byrd sat in this courtroom today and had an answer to every one of their questions. He adamantly believes that there are state and federal exemptions that allow his employees, again, who are not state certified police, to wear police identification as long as they have some kind of history with law enforcement. And speaking of history, the state had plenty of questions for Byrd about his ties to the embattled Millersville Police Department.
We're here today on several complaints that were filed against your company.
Jack Byrd took the stand today after listening to his former employees testify that they weren't state-certified police.
Do you have the power of arrest?
No, sir.
And that the company Solaren allowed them to wear patches reading police.
What did the patch say again?
He said police.
Former Solaren employee Bianca Owens testified even though she was given police identification by Solaren, she refused to wear it.
Did you ever wear the shirt that you were issued that said police on it?
No.
Why not?
Not a police.
Mr. Byrd, you've heard the testimony from these individuals who worked for you throughout this trial. Is that correct?
I have.
Byrd responded to criticism that his company didn't thoroughly verify prior employment before giving Solaren employees police identification.
You did not verify with his agency that he was not a full-time officer before he worked 1,500 hours in a patch that said police.
We verified it was sworn testimony from the individual, and that's what we did.
Byrd was also asked about Wednesday's bombshell testimony from former Solaren employee Josh Jeter, who was asked about this letter in Solaren's file from former Millersville Police Chief Dustin Carr, stating that Jeter was a reserve officer for the city, thus allowing him to wear police identification.
This is a completely fabricated letter from Millersville Police stating that I was a reserve there and I never was. I was never a reserve there, and I'm not about to perjure myself up here. I couldn't find Millersville on a map.
Byrd testified he found that testimony shocking and that his company now believes this.
We believe from preliminary information Mr. Jeter has committed fraud.
You believe Mr. Jeter created this form?
I do.
Here's why that's so controversial. Our earlier reporting revealed that Carr resigned from Millersville and came to work for Solaren, and how we also obtained a recorded conversation with Carr when he was still chief, in which he responds to questions that Byrd offered license plate readers in exchange for commission cards for civilian Solaren employees.
I don't hand out commission cards. I don't. You know, and I told him that. I'm adamant against it. But with that being said, you know, there you know, there's some things you got to really consider.
It's unclear if that ever happened, but among the civilians who did get a commission card from Millersville, Byrd himself. The state asked about that.
Did you ever offer to provide license plate readers for commission cards?
Objective relevance.
But Byrd's attorney objected, and Byrd never answered. All right, we're back here live. So Josh Jeter also learned today that he has a commission card from the town of Millersville, which he said he has no idea existed because he said he has never worked for Millersville. I also asked him about the claim that he created that false document. He said he's never seen that document until yesterday and had no idea who created it. You may have noticed in that story that I referred to Jeter as a former Solaren employee. He actually worked for them yesterday. Then he testified. He was supposed to work tonight. He looked at the schedule. He is no longer on the schedule, and he no longer has access to the Solaren app. Testimony continues tomorrow morning, and of course, we will be here to bring you all of the developments. All right, reporting live at the Davy Crockett Tower downtown, Jeremy Finley, WSMV4 Investigates.